It's going to be a beautiful moment in time for me, but not so pleasant for him.
The Gypsy King.
It's time I can turn that screwdriver until he's gone.
The Bronze Bomber.
This is unfinished business.
Two essential, undefeated pieces of the heavyweight triangle.
We are about to learn the truth.
Both different in tact, style, and approach, but both on the identical paths towards boxing's ultimate prize.
Heavyweight champion of the world.
Despite presenting the best of both fighters, with Fury's slick movement and Wilder's destructive power, the first fight left question marks hanging.
And Fury beat him. They gave him a draw, but we know he beat him.
Though what's done is done. And so now, we await the second chapter to one of the decade's hottest heavyweight rivalries. No less at stake, no less pressure, and no less drama to be expected.
I'm not afraid to go el mono with the biggest puncher on the planet.
Please click thumbs up, subscribe, and hammer that bell button as we bring you the latest in our Closer Look series. One of the largest, smoothest moving of his generation against one of the hardest hitters the division has ever seen.
The way Wilder hits guys, man, I believe honestly that it ruins guys.
Welcome to a Motivedia presentation.
I think Tyson Fury is talking about really making this a dogfight, talking about taking a fight to Deontay Wilder.
Are these great heavyweights, like legendary heavyweights?
They are about to make themselves great. Yes, sir, they are.
Look, about to motivate, make the stakes higher, taking what's ours, time to pay Piper. With a squadron that'll swim across a lake of fire, just to add another brick to the empire.
When Joshua fell in the first meeting with Ruiz, to many, rather than shining a spotlight on a surprising new champion, it represented one of boxing's biggest injustices.
King chase kings. I want Joshua.
The mega fight that fans believed to be edging closer, one that represented the biggest fight in boxing, now looked as though it may never happen at all.
The biggest letdown of his full career was not taking the Wilder fight when he was given the opportunity to. But it took me to come back 10 stone overweight, and I said to Wilder, look, give me the opportunity and I'll fight. I said, I'm not Joshua.
However, reignited by Joshua's phenomenal December performance, the doorway seems to have creaked back open.
Had to do it twice.
Something that will have sparked a fire in the belly of the Alabama native.
When things go silent, that's when the magic happens. It may not come when you want it, but it's always on time.
For now, the American resumes business as usual with longtime trainer Jay Diaz. And in truth, apart from small technical tweaks, not much has changed.
I love when fighters think that I just have a right hand. That's when they don't know how to prepare for me.
But as they say, if it's not broken, don't fix it. In November, Wilder was down on all three scorecards against Ortiz before the 7th round knockout. An echo of the Spilka performance where he missed a total of 175 punches before hospitalizing his opponent with a huge right hand. Though likewise, it was not the first time we saw a Wilder rematch end in quicker and more clinical fashion than the first fight. Factors that squaring up against a fully revitalized Gypsy King on February 22nd guarantee one hell of a fight.
You know, listen, Tyson's the strongest fighter mentally that I've ever come across, ever seen in history, and he's proved that on a number of occasions.
Yeah, whoever wins, I think Fury's going to win. I just think that a man that came so close the first time won't let it go the second time.
We all know that Tyson Fury is larger than life, and he's the modern day equivalent to Muhammad Ali.
Someone's always got to go, and it ain't going to go by decision, it's going to go by KO.
Where Wilder has changed little since the pair's collision at the end of 2018, in true contrasting style, Fury has mixed things up for the second meeting.
You're never a finished article. You can always improve your game. You can always polish it up again. You know, Wilder says he sticks with his team. Fair play to him. I'm a man who likes to keep freshening things up now and again, and I do that regular.
Alongside his grand arrival into the world of WWE, providing a stateside profile boost for the 2020 campaign, he also announced a change in both location and trainer.
I didn't force Ben to leave. Ben left on his own accord because Ben didn't see it as a good move for his career, which I can appreciate that, so no problem.
And leaving Ben Davidson for U.S. soil, the Brit will be trained from the Kronk Gym by Javon Sugar Hill, nephew and predecessor to the late and great Emmanuel Stewart. Helping Fury in his early career, Stewart was one of the first to tip him for heavyweight greatness.
Tyson Fury has the ability, and I think in my expectations, will be the next superstar dominant heavyweight. Very talented for a big guy, unbelievable coordination.
And having handcrafted 41 world champions, including Hearns, Lewis, and Klitschko, his words spoke volumes.
His engaging personality and his physical size. He's going to be a big factor in boxing.
Now with defensive skills, speed, and an abundance of flair already on show, it could be the introduction of punching power that the American trainer brings to the table.
Because I've never been as strong, I've never been punching as hard, I've never been as confident as I am today. I'm definitely going to knock him out this time.
Just watch out for the right hands, because you're going to sleep in 2 rounds.
Wilder will say no mas in this fight.
Tyson Fury has promised a far superior version this time around. But Wilder, dismantling his last 2 opponents, put out a stark reminder.
They say these guys have to be perfect. They have to be perfect. For 12 rounds, I only have to be perfect for 2 seconds.
And so the big question remains. For 12 3-minute rounds, can Tyson Fury stay perfect?
But I saw Tyson Fury get caught by a Deontay Wilder right hand. You know who gets up from that? No one ever, except Tyson Fury.
In September.
But if you cut easy, you can't be great. You can never be great.
Considering what each brings to the table,
I'm scared to death.
It's hard to call this anything but a 50-50 fight.
I think both fighters are going to be way better for their rematch.
Make a bold statement to see Tyson Fury all the way.
I believe that Deontay wins by knockout.
Looking down the tail of the tape, we are reminded that, on paper, Fury holds all the advantages. 2 inches in height and reach, along with being 3 years younger and having a pedigree to match any in the division. Though Wilder's freakish power and sheer athleticism simply defies boxing logic.
I hope he took notes and carry it back, to this camp, because I'm going to knock Fury out like I did the first time. Point and blank period.
Both fighters stuck to their game plans in the first, showing what they do well. Fury outboxed and outmaneuvered his opponent for the most part, using his jab to control the ring, slipping and sliding in trademark style.
Right hand only just whistled past the nose of Fury.
Whereas Wilder sent his man to the canvas in dramatic style, biding his time and remaining composed until, in similar fashion, the big equalizer hit home.
I think if Wilder hits him again, he'll almost certainly knock him out, but Fury could win every round on points, so it's a very, very interesting fight.
And so this time around, Wilder won't want to be made to feel frustrated, and Fury won't want another taste of that right hand.
You can't prepare for that. The only thing you can do is hope that when it lands, it don't do that much damage.
Yeah. Now we get this, and they're the best versions of themselves.
And you're going to get your money's worth from the walkout until the end of the fight, and I must end with a devastating knockout.
Whilst Fury is expected to come in as slight favorite, we await to see any stylistic differences. Could we see a stronger, more clinical Tyson Fury put Wilder onto the back foot?
He can laugh about it now. When he's on his back looking up at me, he'll know what I'm talking about round 2.
Or will we see Wilder put away his 3rd rematch in the same emphatic style?
Wilder will probably respect Fury in a rematch and might, have the same outcome by, knockout victory.
Regardless, we can expect to see a firefight between 2 of the most exciting heavyweights of their generation. And this time, having faced one another already, and with no ring rust, injuries, or obstructions, there will be no room for excuses.
He's going to be 2 places. He's going to be on the canvas, or he's going to get knocked out of the canvas.
With the division back into its familiar triangle, February 22nd at the MGM, we'll see 2 become 1. As we move closer to seeing the first undisputed heavyweight champion in almost 20 years.
All of the fighters will feel the heat, but that's why these guys are at the top.
2020 looks set to be the year we finally see the best face the best. Danger, drama, and everything on the line. The Gypsy King versus the Bronze Bomber.
Pretty much easy to beat Tyson Fury, and how you do that is nail him to the canvas with 6-inch nails. And providing you don't do that, I'm going to get up and win.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here in this squared circle to witness the epic collision of two hearts. Rick, place the ring on her finger, then she'll put a ring on yours. Now face each other. Let's have a clean marriage. Protect each other at all times. Now touch rings, go to your corners. When you hear the wedding bell, come out and kiss the bride. Congratulations, you two. Now slam down some cake and hoist a glass for another blessed Motivedia presentation.